So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Hey, Sam on. Get it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 4. Mike 4. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check me out, check me out. 36, 36. He's coming, he's coming.
Looking to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's good for 28 yards. Back to throw. Jenkins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Switch.
On third down, Jenkins. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Hey, foxtrot. Protein spill. Snap.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 4, I got it.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Crunch time, defense.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll run it with Jones, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, we got 3. Mike 4. Mike 4, Mike 4. You're not ready.
They're going to look to throw. Dixon, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I hope you brought your left. Mike 4.
Back to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Mike 4, Mike 4.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run it with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Jenkins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins. And his throw here's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Hey, high 7, snap.
Off the play fake. Jenkins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets this one to Johnson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 4.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets it off to Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Space to maneuver at the 40. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wood. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Check 25, check 25. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch it.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OT.
It got his man complete. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
On 1st and 10, Jenkins being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 11. Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Dixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jones. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 67 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike Ford, bring it. Bring it. Come on. Mike Ford, Mike Ford. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
Ready? 10 over.
Mike 55. Mike 50.
Go.
On first down, Jenkins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running right, Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Hey, zoom. Hit it.
To throw on 3rd down, Jenkins. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike Ford, tackles. Mike Ford.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
First down and 10.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. He'll look to throw.
Now that was pretty.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Packers 48.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Let's see what you got. Check 50, check 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Smith. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw and finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce. A 3-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down on his 49-yard line.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Throwing on 1st down. Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go, go.
Check.
Go.
The mic. Check. 45 the mic.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Jenkins. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.